So what happened Monday night? Why did we not get any news or any announcement from EA regarding EA Sports College Football? Ultimately, we don't know why we didn't get anything. None of us really know what's going on inside EA while they're developing this game. But Brandon Marcello, who was the main guy for 24/7 Sports that said we were going to get something on Monday, or were expected to get something on Monday, he's tweeted this after we ended up not getting anything. And he said, an update was expected to be released Monday. EA had worked on a draft to share online. It didn't happen, and some inside EA were surprised it didn't. So a lot of people are going to say, why do we trust this guy when he said we were supposed to get something and then we didn't get anything? But, I mean, he's a legit reporter for 24/7 Sports. I don't think he's making any of this stuff up. I don't think he's lying. That's just kind of far-fetched. A lot of people are accusing him of that. There's no reason to say that or go that far. But assuming he is telling the truth and he knows what he's talking about, which I think he does, it sounds like EA had something prepared and ready to release Monday night, but then they just changed the plans, aborted the plans. I guess that's what happened. And then Matt Brown released in his Extra Points newsletter that following that 24/7 Sports story, he began to hear that EA personnel was distancing themselves from the reporting, telling other reporters not to expect anything. So it sounds like leading up to Monday that EA knew, or at least some people in EA knew, they weren't going to end up releasing anything. Now, and as Matt Brown pointed out, what was supposed to be released Monday got blown out of proportion incredibly on social media, to the point where massive verified accounts were saying that we were going to get a trailer on a commercial on TV during the national championship, which was just completely false. Nobody ever reported. Matt Brown did not report that. Brandon Marcello did not report that. I got accused of saying that, which I never did. I only reported what Brandon Marcello and Matt Brown were saying. I continued to correct people. I continued to reiterate to keep your expectations low. And I even had just a straight up post that said the announcement is supposed to be online and not on TV. And so the internet just did its thing and ran away with it and just blew it up. And so I think it is possible that EA saw that. Obviously, they definitely saw it. And they knew whatever they were going to release was just going to fall flat on the expectations. And so they decided to just stay quiet. I do think that's a very possible explanation. I think it's also possible, before this even did blow up on social media, that they changed their plans and decided not to release anything. But it sounds like Matt Brown was surprised. We didn't even just get a tweet. It sounds like, even according to Brandon Marcello, that people in EA were surprised they didn't release anything. I am surprised they didn't release anything. And even regardless of what we're planning on releasing, I'm surprised with all the attention, all the eyeballs, they didn't just tweet something like, hey, we love the support. We love seeing all the people hype about this game. We'll have more details in the coming months. Even though people would have been upset about that, I'm surprised they didn't do that. But maybe the reason they didn't do that is because they knew people were going to be like, what the heck? That sucked. We thought you were going to release a trailer because of all the fake news out there. So honestly, I think it's a big missed opportunity for EA to not just put something out there to keep people excited. Now they have a ton of people hating them and a ton of people saying this game isn't even coming out, which then again, it's EA, so they probably really don't care what people think. And so, yeah, I mean, I think you have the right to hate on EA, even though they technically never said they were releasing anything. I just think EA does not have a great track record. And the fact that they couldn't just, put out a tweet is kind of super lame. So the question is this game still coming out this year and this summer? And the answer is yes. I've seen so many people saying this game's not actually coming out. Now, obviously, I don't know what's going on inside EA, but I don't understand why the fact they didn't tweet something is a cause for concern that they're not going to release this football game. So again, I don't know what's going on inside EA. I'm just a guy that runs an Instagram account and a YouTube platform. But, I mean, we know from EA themselves, from the IGN article that released like a month ago, the EA spokesperson told IGN in a statement via email, blah, 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 blah. At the end, they say, we're pleased to move on from these claims and look forward to delivering EA Sports College Football in summer 2024. So all the reports have been saying summer 2024. EA has said summer 2024. Hopefully we'll start hearing more in the coming months. But again, I don't know why this lack of info or announcement Monday night made people jump to the conclusion that this game wasn't coming out. If EA or if Matt Brown or Brandon Marcello or whoever, if nobody had come out and said that they're going to announce something Monday, it would have never even crossed our minds. We would have kept going on with our lives and nothing would have changed. We would have just kept saying the game's coming out this summer. But for some reason, we thought we were just going to get a tweet, and then we didn't get that tweet, and now we think the game's canceled. And probably part of that is because people thought they were going to get a trailer, which again was false. But these false expectations are now causing people to say this game isn't coming out, even though in reality, we were just supposed to probably get a tweet. We didn't get that tweet, and now people are saying the game's canceled. And Matt Brown doubled down on this on his most recent newsletter. He said, while the exact date has not yet been released, multiple school officials have told me that EA communicated to them the desire to release this game in July of this year. Historically, EA has published their football video game in July. Skip down. Do I believe this is a cause for concern? No. So Matt Brown still thinks this game's coming out in July of this year. Like I said, EA has said that to IGN, and the schools that Matt Brown has been talking to, they said they've been told by EA that this game is going to be releasing this summer. And the first time that EA delayed it, it was originally supposed to drop in 2023. It got pushed back to 2024. When that happened, they came out and announced it. So like if something is getting delayed or canceled or whatever, EA is going to come out and say that. So do I think this game is still coming out this summer? Yes, I do. Is it lame that EA didn't say anything? Yes, it's super lame. It's super disappointing. I don't know why they didn't. Hopefully they had a good reason. You know, it's EA, so who knows. But Matt Brown still thinks this game's coming out. I think Brandon Marcello's reporting was accurate. And that's probably the last point of this video is that y'all got to stop going for Matt Brown and Brandon Marcello's head, because what they reported was, hey, we're expecting to get something. Matt Brown continued to say that keep your expectations low. He said he's just expecting a tweet. Brandon Marcello said he couldn't confirm anything. And for some reason, everyone thought we were getting a trailer on TV. And this has caused Matt Brown to say that moving forward, he's going to talk about the game less. He's going to talk about it substantially more conservatively because he's getting so much blowback since we didn't get anything on Monday. And Matt Brown has been the number one guy for anything related to this game. And now the freaking internet just blew up our best source. So who should be on the receiving end of your anger? Because I get it. I'm not happy either. I think EA should definitely receive some of it. I think we need to let them hear it. I think we did on Monday. Like, the hype around this game is insane. So hopefully they're going to start telling us stuff about this game. And then I think the people you should be most mad about are all these massive verified accounts that were just straight up spreading fake news. And Matt Brown even called out, he said that the 24/7 sports story was hilariously overhyped by social accounts. And I hope, I'm not included in that because I tried to, correct people and accurately report what Matt Brown and Brandon Marcello were saying. But, I just saw massive Twitter accounts and Instagram accounts saying, like, we're going to get a trailer during the national championship on TV, which was just not true. So now what? What's next? I think nothing really changes that much. Again, like I said, we thought we were going to get something. We didn't. It was going to be small, whatever it was. I don't think it changes anything for this game. It's still set for the summer of this year. And we should start hearing stuff heading into the spring. I know Matt Brown has said February, March is where we'll start hearing more stuff. So, just in 1 or 2 months, we should hear some stuff from EA. And then the game is supposed to release a few months after that. So, we're not far away. We if we don't start hearing stuff soon in the next 2 months, then yeah, that would be a cause for concern, I think. But the fact that we didn't get a tweet on Monday isn't that big of a deal.